That's good. Hey, everybody. How are you doing?
Hey everyone.
Oh,
Hello, Miss Marlene.
you guys are going to think we're crazy.
And we are. You guys will be correct because we are.
Yeah, you would
How
be.
are you today, Miss Marlene?
I'm doing good.
Oh, wonderful. So I couldn't join you earlier. My internet, like yours, is acting up, but here we are. We'll do
But
something nice, something quick, something together.
yeah, something together. Just like, okay, start it and then she'll come in. And I was like, and then she'll come in. And then she'll come in.
I heard you a couple of times. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And I couldn't log in. It was just a nightmare. But here I am. Hopefully, the internet will stay and it won't give us any trouble. So here we go.
We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. What did I title this? I don't even remember. I think I
You
said
know,
I'm not anything particular.
yeah, we're not. I just ended a 24-year friendship.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh, no.
was a couple of days ago that it ended and I don't know, Miss Marlene. I'm the type of person, again, if I give you my friendship is, you know, through thick and thin, I'm always there for you. Um and as a friend, if we're gonna be best friends, because she was my best friend, um, I expect the same. Maybe not, the same way I am, but something close. If I you know what I mean? Like I want the same in return. And it's been a few years that I have noticed certain things that I didn't like. And this past year, I something happened. I cannot really say it, here, but something happened in where I had the choice of allowing somebody to stay with me, someone that is not part of her family. And I did it because I was trying to do it for the child of the family, not the parent, right? Just the child. And thinking of, my friend, I'm like, I want to make sure that, she knows. I couldn't say anything because it was a legal matter, right? So I couldn't tell her he's here with me or they're here with me, right? I had to keep it quiet because it was an ongoing investigation. So long story short, I couldn't say anything to her. And when everything was nice, said and done, the cow was returned to whatever. And so everything ended. And I haven't had the chance to see her, not even Christmas, not even New Year's. And so I saw her about 3 days ago. And, I finally told her. The Backing up a little, the detectives that were aware of the situation, one of them, I told him, I said, she's my best friend and I have to tell her afterwards. He said, you don't have to, you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not, I go, she's my best friend. I have to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to. I told him, I said, she will understand. And if she doesn't, that means she's not my best friend. Right. So I finally saw her because she had to come pick up something. Again, she didn't even come to, for Christmas or New Year's, didn't even call me. And again, I've been seeing these certain things for the past 6 years and I've been keeping them to myself. And I'm like, you know what? If she doesn't make an effort, I'm not going to do it anymore because I was the one always calling, talking, texting, making sure she was okay. And, I wasn't getting that back anymore. So I was like, okay, maybe she doesn't want my friendship. I knew that she had someone, right, in her life. And I've noticed that whenever she has someone, I
Right.
because I was hoping that she will see it in from my point of view, that I was doing it for the child, to make sure that I could give an account to her that I did my best to help you, and the child was okay, um happy, and a little traumatized, but it was okay. Again, it's a legal matter, right? And the way she reacted, the face she made, and the attitude she gave me, I was like, it's like she doesn't even know me. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. I apologize for not telling her, but I was under oath. I couldn't, right? And but the way she reacted kind of gave me a really weird vibe. And she didn't text me or call me the next 2 days. We were supposed to go somewhere yesterday. She didn't even bother calling me. I mean, Tuesday, I'm sorry. She didn't even bother calling me because I told her this on Sunday. So Tuesday we're supposed to go somewhere. She didn't even call me. She didn't text me. So I texted her on Wednesday, and I said, okay, now I understand, because I told him, depending on how she reacts, if she reacts weird, then she's not my friend, because she should know me by now, right? That for me,
Right.
kids are everything. You know what I mean, Miss Marlene?
Miss Nixie, I've only known you, quote unquote, for like 2 years, and I already know that about you.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for that, because we haven't even met in person, and you already know that for me everything is about the children, like protecting them, making sure they're okay. I'm going to go out of my way to take care of a child, whether it's yours or anybody else's, or whatever the situation is. The kids are first for me. And I thought, she will see it in that way, right? I know her. I know that she did it so that, that child is protected, and so that I don't have to worry about this child. But it was so weird, Miss Marlene. And it hurt me, because that's when I found out that, yeah, you're not my best friend. You're not my friend. You know what I mean? Like, you're just an acquaintance, because that's not the way a best friend would react. Especially when the huge favor that I did for your family member.
Yeah, but you know what, Miss Nextry? Sometimes it takes those things for you to really find out who people really are. Like, I thought this was my best friend, or I thought this person loved me, like in a romantic relationship, or I thought this
Yes.
person was this, and it's like all this time they've been playing me.
Yeah, exactly. Or they've been playing with my emotions, right? Kind of like they're just telling me what I want to hear. They just show up and I get happy. Doesn't mean that, they really mean to. They probably just showed up because they had nothing else to do. But what I was noticing, Miss Marlene, in this like, again, we've been friends for many, many years. She's worked for me in the past as a nanny for many years. So she knows my children. My children know her. We've been friends again for a very long time. So I've noticed that whenever she had like a boyfriend or someone, I become secondary, right? And as it should be. I understand you're in a relationship and whatever, whatever, whatever. But for you to literally forget about me for months and only text me back when I text you, and forget to even say happy birthday, but you're posting all these things all over the place with this person and his family and everything, and you don't even think about me. I've been having those flashbacks, but I didn't want to take them out of context. I wanted to say, you know what? She has a relationship. She's happy. She'll come back whenever. And yeah, whenever she will break up with someone, she'll come back with me and we will talk and we'll be friends and we'll go places to the gym, whatever. And then the minute she got another boyfriend, again, the same thing. And that has happened through the years, probably like 4 times. And this last time she was with this guy for like 6 years. And I mean, seriously, Miss Marlene, for the past 6 years, like, Christmas is, yeah, Merry Christmas. I will see her probably twice a year. And we live like 10 minutes away from each other. You know what I mean? So every time I will invite her somewhere, oh, I gotta go with so and so, but I'm gonna try next week, and I'm gonna try next week, and I'm gonna try next week. But then if she needed something, she'll call me, hey, can you lend me blah blah blah, or can I borrow this? Sure, no problem, no problem. But with this that happened this time, I said, oh, this is gonna define whether this person is a true friend to me, regardless of how I feel about her because of the years of friendship. This is going to allow me to see and define our friendship. And it did. It sure did.
So sorry to hear that. Because you're such a good friend. You're such a good person.
It hurts because so many years, right? Like it will hurt me very much too, if our friendship will disintegrate for whatever reason, Miss Marlene. But I hope it never happens because friends, good friends are very hard to find, and people that you click with and have your same, kind of the same mentality, your same likes and dislikes, and it's very rare. It's not something that you find easily anymore as compared to when we
No,
were growing up, right?
Miss Nexie, for real. I feel like when we were young, like little kids, it was easy to find a friend. But like when you get older and you have standards, and especially now with therapy and everything and knowing your worth, it's like, I'm not gonna step down. Nope. Like, I'm not gonna step down. I'm not gonna step back. I'm not gonna be run over. I'm not gonna be ghosted for days, weeks, or months. And then I'm gonna be smiling in your face like you didn't do whatever to me. No. I was like, no. Mm-mm.
Exactly. And I was letting that slide because I was like, you know what? She's busy, she's going through a lot. And she'll call me whenever. I will let it pass because again, she's been a very good friend to me. She was there for me, especially in, the first years of my separation and everything. She was always there. But and so have I for her. It hurts me because there's so many memories, right? Of our families together, of our friendship through the years. And right now I'm thinking about her. I'm worrying, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen if she ever needs anything? But then I tell myself that's not your problem anymore because we talked
Yeah.
out, and she told me she was upset because I helped this person, and I said that's your family. That child is part of your family. I did it for the child, not for the parent, not for your other side of the family. I did it for the little one to make sure he was okay. And
Wow.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, and you're questioning my intentions. You think that I'm taking sides. I'm not taking sides. I'm just making sure the child is okay. But I was
Believable.
like, exactly. I was like, okay, whatever. And it hurt me. But then at the same time, I think that I was already on that side. That's one side of me already had that friendship was over because of everything, right? The past 6 years. And I noticed that phone calls like from September of last year on. And I was like, why is she calling so much? Or why is she texting me? And then I found out that they had broken up.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So everything it was already there, right? It was going and going. But then, this confirmed to me that the friendship it was a one sided thing, kind of, for the last years.
Yes, exactly. And that's the part that hurts. That hurts a lot when you find out that you were just a relationship of convenience.
Yes, that's exactly how I felt, Miss Marlene. A relationship of convenience.
Mhm.
Someone that could be disposed. And, it was so sad because, again, I didn't expect that reaction, right? Because I would have never doubted if she would have done something like that for me. And, the first thing that would have come to my mind is she's doing it for, because I know her. She's doing it for my little one, not for me, not for my child, but for, nephew, niece, grandchild, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
so I was just sad. I was a little sad, but then again, I'm thinking a brand new year, right? This is when we let the old go and then start anew. And it's a good thing that it happened
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a new year for all of us to start fresh, you
Mhm.
know, from not allowing negativity, not allowing manipulation, not allowing control, not allowing people who are very demanding. Like, you know how like every time when it's the new year and everybody's like, all these goals, I got all this stuff, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm, people have that long list of goals, and before the month is out, they all of that has already fizzled out because that's
Yeah.
not really what they really wanna do, they're just saying it, they're just talking about it. But, what I really think is important for us to have, like, one even if you only have one thing that you work on, like, maybe your thing for this year is gonna be setting boundaries. Maybe it's, speaking up and saying no. Maybe it's learning to pour into yourself instead of always giving all of yourself to everybody else. It's about one of those things like this year, I just want for all of us loved ones to apply some healthy boundaries, some healing, some positivity, pouring into ourselves, good things, good vibes this year.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that I've been saying since last year, this is the end. I completed a few of my goals, right? I was like, okay, last year I had like five different goals in place. I completed it, two of them. Not many, but I did two towards like till the end. And I was very, very happy, very proud of myself. I the one that I had is to think more of me, put myself first, take trips, by myself, enjoy them, not worried that, I'm on my own. Like I had, like, I did that. I achieved that. I took several trips by myself. A couple of them, my little guy came with me, but the other ones, I just did it on my own and I had a great time. Um, and so that was one of them. The other one I completed was um the reading more, because I had, sometimes we have our phones, we have our iPads, we have whatever. I completed my tasks. I'm going with that in mind. I'm going to continue on the same, um the same ways of taking trips by myself, enjoying life, and continue on to reading. And then I've added a couple of more for this year. Hopefully, I will, achieve them as well. But the one thing that I did say in the beginning of the end of the year, beginning of this year, is that I want meaningful relationships with my children, with friends that I have. And if I'm not going to have that, then get rid of it. Not continue on that path of allowing people to use me, allowing people to just come in when they need something from me or when they have nothing else to do, right? Like to be secondary in people's lives. So I want to surround myself this year with, more positive people, with maybe find friendships that are more meaningful than the ones I had before, because I don't know. I don't know why people sometimes change like that. So, that was the one thing I wanted to start the year with. And I guess I am, without even wanting to
Yeah.
do
But
it this way. I am.
you know what, Miss Nexie, my opinion, and I know that it's not everybody's, but my opinion is we were putting up with things too long, and I believe that God is saying, I don't want this for you anymore, and pushes people out of our lives. I believe that. That's not everybody's belief, and I'm not trying to push that on anybody, but that's what I think. I think sometimes we put up with things for too long, and then God is like, "You've been putting up with this foolishness too long. Okay, they're there.
Let me
I'm gonna
speak for you.
yeah."
Let me speak for you. You know what? I mean, I think that, because I worked so much, right, before I'm taking this time off, but I was working a lot. And I was saying, you know what, maybe it's because I'm working, but then again, I have days off. You know what I mean? Like every time we will make with this friend of mine, every time all the time. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I know. I'm like, I'm waiting for you. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to text you. I forgot to call you. Either for facials or whatever, or the movies or restaurants, and she would just leave me hanging.
Oh,
And so I will say, never mind. Okay, maybe she's busy next time. Oh, she had to work this, and but then I will see posts of her doing something the same day that we were supposed to do something, because there's people like that, right? That tell you, I can't right now, I'm busy, and then you see them posting everything that they're doing the day.
you know what, Miss Nexie, I learned. My therapist taught me what that is, and that is they found something that was better, more exciting than you. Like, oh,
Exactly.
let's go to okay, say for instance, let's go to the movies. And then they found like, oh, it's gonna be a party or something. Of course. Well, I'll just tell them I can't make it or I'm sick because this is better. So they're always gonna
She'll
choose.
understand.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, she gets it. She'll understand. She doesn't mind it.
Yeah. And
I've
she
heard
won't
that.
mind. She's okay with it.
Yeah. She always understands. It's no big deal. I just
Mhm.
let her know. And then and again, I will forgive that, and I will not say anything, and continue on. Try not to be bitter or, upset or anything. I would just try to say, you know what, maybe something did happen, and she'll talk to me, she'll explain to me or whatever. But it's been going on a lot in this past year, and now that the relationship with that person is no longer there. Now she was looking for me so much, so I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. And I have been wanting to say something, like, you push me when you're in a relationship, but now that you're not, now you're looking for me, it feels kind of weird, right? But I was like, you know what? I'll have the opportunity to do so. I'll talk to her. And then I said, you know what? Let me tell her and see how she reacts. And based upon that, then I'm going to go to the next stage. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's a long friendship, but I think it was one sided.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but you know what, Miss Nexter, you know what I think it was? I think you finally came to the space of like, I deserve better than that.
Yes. Yes. I think so too, Miss Marlene. And also, again, if you didn't know me, I will understand. You'd be upset because I didn't tell you. But then think about the legality. I wasn't able to. I was under oath. I wasn't supposed to let you know that they were staying with me. You know what I mean? I would have gotten in trouble with the law if I would have said something. Once everything was done, that's when I asked the detective, is it okay for me to say something to her? Because I have to tell her, because I know my mouth. I'll probably say it and say something that happened, and she'll be like, how do you know that? So I was like, I have to tell her, but I didn't want to do it on the phone. So until we were able to be face to face, that's when I told her. And I saw the anger in her, and I was just like, "What in the world?" It's weird. It was. Did I lose you, Miss Marlene? Mm, sure if your internet is acting up again.
Okay, I think my Wi-Fi is back.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi was acting up. I couldn't hear anything. I was like, "Did I lose you, Miss Marlene?" Oh, oh no! Again, Miss Marlene. I think we're gonna have to end our sip and chat here and pick up where we leave off today next week. I think my internet is gonna be going through the same as yours. So thank you for chatting with us, everyone. And we will see you on our next sip and chat. Don't forget to press the like, subscribe if you haven't. And on the replay, just, say hi,
Sweet.
leave a comment for Miss Marlene.
Oh, you were doing the same thing, and I was saying it and couldn't hear you.
Yes. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all next week on our sip and chat. And I will be here. Hopefully, if the internet is not acting up, we will be here on time. Thank you for having me, Miss Marlene. Oh, we can't hear you. Well, let's end it. So, see you next year. Bye, everyone.